In today's Umamusume video, I want to go over Unity Cup. I'm going to do a full run. Through this run and through this video, I expect to have a very unlucky run. Even though I have probably really good cards, I don't really expect to be hitting crazy numbers because I have bad luck. However, what I'm hoping to show through this run is the thought process of clicking on what training it is that I want to be going after. Obviously, each distance is going to have different cards. Each distance is going to want different stats. So this video will be for miles specifically, but at the very least, I'm hoping that you could turn around and get the mentality and see what it is that I'm doing, see what it is that I'm clicking, and why it is that I'm clicking on these things. So I'm going to do a run, and we're going to go ahead and get this video started. I am going to say the very first thing that is extremely important is everything before the run. Because right now, with the way that the new scenario works, having the spirit burst explosions and having the spirit trainings, all of these things, it is very important to know what stat growths you have. So I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult on myself to show a 0% speed and a 0% wit. If I wanted to do a very easy run, I could just take Taiki Shuttle. I'd have 20% speed and 10% wit. That would make it so much more easier. However, I would like to try to run a Meijo Doto in the upcoming CM, and that's what I'm gonna do. So if I can get a lucky run, that'd be great. If I don't get a lucky run, you're gonna see the thought process behind each and every single choice that I make. Now with this, I am gonna opt for Power Sparks because the track that we're running on is gonna want like 901 power to get a little extra speed bonus. Stamina is not gonna be that important. Now, you will say, hey, you have a B in mile, and I have, what is this, 1, 3, 6, 9. I got 10 mile sparks. So yes, I have to hit a mile inspiration. You also will say, you're not using late. The reason for that is because I am banking on so many people to run a pace chaser that I'm going to be in the pace chaser spot and hit the Let's Pump Some Iron. Is that a gamble? Yes, it is. Do I care? No, because at the end of the day, I don't got good enough sparks that have 1 mile and 1 late surger that has decent blues. It is terrible. I don't parent farm. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and get this sucker started. When it comes to this, because I have 0 speed, I need 3 speed cards. Beforehand, I was running a 2 LB sweep, a MLB Narita Brian, and then of course my Kita. Beforehand, my Fine Mode was 2 LB, and I was running this as the Mate Kanefuku Kitaru. I was running this as MLB. So this was a much different deck. However, even with this deck, I did a run before I started this video. I don't even think I hit like 1,000 speed. So like I said, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is how you're going to get as rank. I ain't going to sit here and tell you the ins and outs of every single thing, of what every single thing does. I'm going to show you just the mentality of how you going to win these trainings, and we going to get this sucker started because you going to turn around and have way better luck than I will, and you going to turn around and have way better Umas than I will. I just want to show you at least my mentality. Is it the correct way? I don't know. But have I gotten some S rank Umas? Yes. Have I gotten a little bit of juice out of it? Yeah. So let's go ahead and do the thing. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that whenever we get to the training stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all the business. So right now, obviously, I'm looking for as many of the trainings here as I can. It's 2, it's on wit, I don't care. I need as much wit as possible. We are now in a wit game. Go ahead, sure. You want to give me the juice on my speed cards? I don't mind it. Okay, now that we've gotten to the spirit trainings, it is very clear to see that this is going to be the turn to hit. So we're going to click this because we got 2 spirits here, and then we got the 3 friendship gauges there. So let's go ahead and hit this. I'm sure that we're going to hit a very odd turn soon enough, so when we get to there, then we'll do a little bit more explaining. But if they give me free turns, I'm going to take free turns. Like, there's nothing to say about it. I'll take the speed, sure. It's not like I'm super low on energy. Oh, this is a really good turn. Alright, so if we take a look, yeah, I have the friendship gauge here. I have 2 friends and a spirit. I have 2 friends and a spirit. And then I got a spirit. The way that I've seen it laid out in my Discord, shout out to you, Curious, appreciate you, is you could count the friendship gauges as 1, and then you could count the spirit trainings as a half. Now, both of these are at 2.5. It is up to you at this point what you want to do. If we were further, and of course, once we get there, I'll explain this again, but if we were further, the step that I would do is I would click here, and I would say, what are your stats looking like? If your stats are way, way, way too low, there's no chance in me bringing you up to speed, right? But because we're so super early, I expect both of them to have dog stats. That's where they're supposed to be at, and that's okay. So here, I could either take guts, or I could take power. Now, for me, I feel like fine motion takes a little bit longer to juice up compared to these two who are already a little bit on their way there. So I'm gonna help Fine Mo out, and I'm gonna upgrade the Fukukitaru. Now, if I hit this, I would get my mood up, so we want to stay looking for that. This by itself, 1.5. This, 3 points. I'm more inclined to click this. If I click this because I wanted to make the argument that I want mood, I wouldn't be mad at that. However, I'm feeling spicy. I have faith that she will land elsewhere when I need her to land. Now, with all the power sparks that I have going, I do want to get some guts in because guts is a good stat. So clicking guts is not a bad thing on your choices from time to time. Now let's take a look at this. We've got 2 points here. We've got a half here. We got 1 here. I got 2.5 here. I'm going to click this regardless because I have a low energy, but this is kind of like the motion. This is the thought process that I'm going through. What am I looking for? Where am I at? Where am I sitting? Oh yeah. Give me this. Okay. So, what are we at? 1/2, 2. 1/2, 2. I mean, this is 2 all around. I will say I do not like training Haru Urara because the dirt here in the Unity races is a mile. So she is actually a lower tier priority for me. If she was somewhere else, I'd click her, or if there were more people here, I would click on this, because I do need my mood to go up. This is a turn where you could either hit this, that'd be alright. You could hit this, that'd be alright. Because it's been so long, I do want to get my mood going, so I'm going to just hit this. I could have hit the Rico by herself. I just feel like she'll hit me better somewhere else. Okay. When they tell you a free turn, when they give you a free turn, you just take the free turn. There's no doubt on that. Now, Positively Tickled, this is a Meisho Doto turn, specifically. I could get stats and I could get my mood up here, but I would lose energy. I could also gain 10 energy here. I kind of don't want to take this risk because I do think it's just a little too early. If I had an up arrow here, that would have been fine. This is going to be my best turn. We got that 2.5 there. I mean, when they give you the free turns, you just got to take the free turns. There's no question here. Now, as you can see, and as you'll see in your own runs, as you start going through and you start clicking these different characters and you start training their different spirit trainings, you'll start noticing you have people who are more full compared to others. So that means, naturally, they will have more stats compared to someone that you're not training. That is a normal thing. Now, if the trend continues, that just naturally means someone like Sweet Tosho will go up in their stats, and they will just be a stronger racer for me, and they will be a potential ace. Does that mean that I need to turn around and start juicing Biko up? No. Because at the end of the day, you got 5 races, you only need to win 3. If there's a draw, or if there's 2 draws, it's a best out of 3, so you need to win 2. So you only need to win 2 to 3 races, just depending on how everything goes. And so when you turn around and you start saying, oh man, my Biko's low on training, my Taiki Shuttle's low on training, my Rice Shower isn't getting any training, that's okay. I don't need to win every single category, and I don't need every single Uma to be extremely juiced up. I just need to win, bare minimum, 3 races. I don't care if I get first place and then my other 2 Umas are dead last. I do not care. So this is min-maxing what your ace Uma is going to be, or I guess who your ace Uma is going to be, while also getting your own stats up. And this is the important part for Unity. Now, okay. I saw a world where, you know, I could have easily gotten wrecked there, but hey, I didn't, so we chillin'. Alright, y'all already know how it is with the debuts. The debuts be trolling. Alright, never mind, we not getting trolled. Man, I'm getting flashbanged. What happens if I do this? Wow, it's still pretty bad. We need a dark mode UI for this. Please. Please. Woo! They be killing me on this thing, man. Alright, so I have I mean it's right-handed, I kinda need to get it. Good. So I have an agenda calendar thing already done for Meisho Doto. So I'm just gonna load this in. This, I don't care where this hits. I need to get the spirit trainings up. I want to get the explosions going. That is very nice. If it hits wit, that's good for me. I get more energy. If it hits other stats, cool. I don't care. I just need to get them rolling. I mean, come on. I ain't never seen... Man. They just feeding me free turns. Like, there's just a lot of friendship there. Also, if it looks like I'm about to burp, I'm trying to mute the mic because I did just eat some good foods, so apologies on that. So we got... So if I take a look here, I'm working on the spirit training on you. Your stats are okay. They're not terrible. I still got 9 turns, so I've got a lot of room to work with. You ain't been really getting trained that much, and your friendship gauge is a little low, so that's fine. Would have been cool if you had an explosion here, but that's okay. You have not been getting any training, so that's okay. This is not a terrible turn. This turn would be okay if this one did not exist. However, I am scared of 14%. I have a feeling that I will fail that. I'm gonna hit it anyway. The run that I did before this video recording, I failed to 14. I failed to clear my bad practice the first time, and then it just spiraled my run, so I'm very paranoid right now. Obviously, I want to be looking for Rico. We are getting to that time where Rico needs to start popping up. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have the perfect practice. Rico, she's landing by herself. That's not really helpful. This one's a good training. This one's a good training. Yes, I have a double here, but I have an explosion here. This one's whatever. This one, I kind of want to hit, but I feel like I have a little bit of time left, so we should be fine. If I hit here or here, either one is fine in my opinion, but I'm gonna take the whip because I want the extra energy here from the explosion. Ideally, in a perfect world, I would be able to get to D-rated training or team, whatever, by the first race. If that happens, that happens. This, I wish I could. I'd love to hit this, but I do need this. And since it has the up arrow here, that's a good thing. Now you're gonna look at this and you're gonna say, well, you already hit the Spirit Explosion. Do I still want to hit this? Remember what I said earlier. It is very important. It is critical that you continue hitting these characters because these are going to be your juicers. Look at these stats. Her stats are higher than mine. She is going to be my ace for this upcoming Unity team race, team trial, So she's going to be very good to hit this on. And because it also plays in part with the Rico that I want, I am going to hit this. Now this, every team name gives you like a different skill. Team Carrot, I believe. What one is Team Carrot giving me? I think it's No Stopping Me that it's giving me, or it's giving me It's On. One of the two. I always forget. But for Mile, for this CM specifically, for I think it's what, Virgo, that one, Team Carrot, that's the one to go. For other CMs and for other distances, you gonna want other teams because you taken other cards. We'll get into that into another video. We gonna stick on Mile right now. I am feeling a little pressured. I would love to hit this to go ahead and I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take a chance. We're gonna see what happens. I am feeling a little bit pressured to hit Rico on the last turn, so that's why I'm just gonna sack it and hit her here because I want to try to get her event. Oh, perfect. There we go. I needed her event because you want to start the date chain before New Year's Classic. So that's very good. So now I'm gonna get extra stats, so that paid off. This turn is kind of a dead turn. Don't have any training here. I only have one person here. I got an up arrow here. This may be the hit, but I also have this one who doesn't have the friendship gauge. Because if it had friendship gauge, I'd just take the power, excuse me. But because it doesn't have the friendship to rainbow, I'm gonna take the guts here. And of course, having that up arrow there, that is the deciding factor. If it didn't have the up arrow there, I would just take the power there. So we're getting into late November. Remember what I said. If they just give you free trainings, you just gotta take the free trainings. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Haru Urara, don't really care. Now this one, Shinko Windy, she's a dirt runner and she's got A in Mile. She is relatively strong. If you can continue training her, she can be your ace. But there is another ace in the future that I'm hoping I get on the team that I'd like to point out for the dirts. Now here, once again, we can always just take a look. How are the stats looking? They're looking pretty juicy if you ask me. What am I going to do here? I'm not really too worried about this because it's a little too late for you. You came in a little late. Your stats are fine. I could get the reporter here. That could be interesting. If I had an explosion on Guts, I'd probably take this, but because Haru's here, I don't really care for it. And I'll take the free speed. The free speed while also juicing up the Sweep Tosha. I have no Stam cards. Well, I have Rico, but I have no Stam Sparks. And I do need stamina. I will plan on hitting a lot of speed, and I'll be hitting a lot of wit, so I will take the Stam there. Depending on what this turn looks like... I mean... Now, I could rest here. I could date here. I could race here. If I race here, that prevents me from having to do the Wakagoma. But it is also the Hopeless Stakes, and at least the people in my Discord server know the Hopeless Stakes is the Hopeless Stakes for a reason. But we're gonna do it just for the sake of the video, just see if I win these. If I don't win these, then that's just normal. I got no comments. I got no comentos. Having 15k fans really sets me up very good, so happy with that. All right, so now that we finally got into the Unity Cup area, the first team race. All right, I want you to get into the habit. Yes, it may take you a little bit longer. Yes, it is going to be what it's going to be, but I at least like to just take a look, make sure people are in the right spot, because when you get to the later races, they gonna have a lot of people in here and they gonna be switching things up, and they gonna be putting your good characters on the bench, and they gonna be putting people that should be on the bench in the game. You need to be the vigilant person to make sure that this is correct, right? So for instance, who did we say was my juicer? Sweep Tosho, right? Sweep Tosho, she gonna carry this. 486 speed, we got A and Mile, we big chillin'. So she should grab her win. A, B, C, D, E, F. I got a couple E's here, so I'm hoping that Shinko wins, and I'm hoping that this wins. I don't really think it will, though. That's looking a little tough. This is looking sketch. There may be a world where you win, but remember, 2 out of 3. That's all I need. When it comes to choosing the races, the standard, I guess, that I've been seeing, at least in my Discord, is you can be allotted one middle race. Okay, top, middle, bottom. You can be allotted one middle race. If you have not been getting a lot of spirit trainings together, then take the middle as your first one. But the longer that you can delay pressing the middle, the better. If you never press middle, even better. That means you got a lot of good spirit trainings going on, and that means you are hard focusing on who your aces are going to be. Remember, 3 aces. That's all I need. I only need to win 3 out of 5 races. But I'm gonna take this. Sure. Those are a lie anyway, so. Now, typically, I do be skipping these, but I do just want to note one thing. The long had a triangle and they won. 2, I really like the way that they do these little animations and they like pop up. I think those are really cool. Now, do I skip them? Yes, I've seen them enough, but those are still really cool. I at least wanted to shout it out for the vid, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. Alright, so if I have to do middle race here, so be it. If I have to do middle race here, so be it. If I never middle race ever, that is perfect. So let's go ahead and see what we got next. So now we have all these extra racers. Alright, what are we gonna do with them? We'll figure that out here in a little bit. I want the energy. I don't have much energy, so I need the energy. Here's the extra stats that I get. 20 stam, 13 guts. Very good. Alright, so what are we looking for? We have new juicers on the block. This, Agnes Digital. If she lands in the right places, do not sleep on training her, because she has A in turf, A in dirt, so she can run either mile or medium. Typically, she'll be a dirt runner, but do not sleep on her. She is very solid. That's the main person that I wanted to at least make mentions of. Everybody else, it don't really matter. Here... Now, see, look. I didn't even train this Taiki up that much, right? Look at the stats. 272, 187, 243. Alright? Somebody that just joined. 287, whatever. 434, okay? Compared to 2, almost 2, okay, almost 3, almost 2, and then 2. I didn't hit these stats, so now Taiki in the back of my mind is relegated to not being worried about training. She is going to be a bench player, and if she does somehow get into the races, I don't expect her to win. I'm not gonna hard focus on training her. I'm not worried about that. So we're gonna go ahead and see what we got here. And you know, if you ever forget, hey, you can just click on a portrait and then it'll pop this up. And just look at the difference. Look at the difference. I'm almost at the spirit gauge here, and I've got mid 2s. You just got onto the team with a 4-3-4. You got onto the team with a 4, basically 3 and a 4. Why would I try to build somebody up that has mid 2s to go up to the 4? Do you know how many times I'm gonna have to hit them on the training? That just ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. There's just not enough value here for me. This is potentially interesting. Yeah, we are a bit low. I got 4-3-3, 3-4. It is a bit low, but you are also the person that I need for wit. This is probably the most attractive hit to me because one, it gives me power, which also gives me stamina. That put me at 300 stamina. Also, on top of that, I would be leveling my 3 newest people that just joined the team, which would be really good. And then I would also, you know, be getting good stats. My biggest issue that I am worried about is my power, right? What if I have a better hit next turn? So for me, I am going to use the Spirit Explosion because it's going to give me a little bit of extra energy. The Taiki here is just the L. I'm really here just for the energy because it's got the explosion. If there were no explosion here, if there were no rainbow here, I'm not even hitting that. It don't even matter to me. But I do want that explosion and I do want the energy. Not worried about Rice. I mean, look at this. Think about that. I'd have to go from 171 to the 400s. Do you know how many trainings that would be? It's not worth it. So this ain't even a valid training to me. This could be very interesting to me. Haru doesn't matter here. This, oh, Smart Falcon, the other dirt runner, solid on dirt, good person to look at making sure, you know, if you need an ace, she could do it for you. There are no attractive hits here. Really, this would be like the best one, and this isn't even anything that I really want to hit. I do need to hit this 5 times to finish this. We do want to finish this because we get extra stats at the end, so I'm gonna click this. It's gonna give me some energy, it's gonna give me a little bit of stats. We're gonna be fine. This will also give me stamina. And because I don't have stamina cards, I do have to rely on her. Explosion is juicy, but I do have McQueen here, who is a new one. And I do have good stats here because I got the up arrow here, and it is speed, and it is rainbow. This is totally fine. It would have been cool if Taiki had an up arrow just so I could have another free explosion, but it is what it is. Power and wit. Let's take a look what I got. Power feels a little bit low, but I haven't hit inspiration yet. Wit is definitely low. What are the effects? I'm gonna hit wit here. I haven't really been getting that many wit hits. My Fine Mo isn't even juiced up to rainbow yet, so. Now, I will say, explosion here, but it's by itself, not that great. Shinko Windy, solid character, but stats a little bit low, and she's by herself, that's kind of an L. These two, dead to me. This, very easily the best hit. The reason why, I got a rainbow, I finish your rainbow gauge, and then I also get you to Spirit Burst Explosion ready. Extra training, give me the extra energy. I'm always taking the energy. Only time I'm not taking the energy is if I got full energy. Otherwise, give me the energy. This is dead. Let's see. Double here is juicy. I wish this was over here, but we're gonna take this. I feel like that's a very self-explanatory one there. Now, oh my days. I will say, I would love for this to be on literally any other stat. However, Guts is a good stat. Would I like this 40 to be on literally wit or stamina or power or speed? Yes. This is my best turn. I'm going to take this. I do not care. That was a massive hit though. That was awesome. Wow. That was super cool. Now I do need Mile to hit here. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. 104 power, that's really strong. I'd love to hit this. I do want to hit the Satsuki though. The Satsuki is part of her secret mission, secret event. If I get first place here, I gotta get first place at a couple other races, and then I could get her special epithet. But do I see that happening? I don't really know. Because the Spring Tendo show is one of them, I don't know if I'm gonna have that type of energy by that time. Now, I will say, I have zero energy, okay? I have Rico. I am not going to hit Rico here. That would make 0 sense. She's gonna give me like 33 at most energy, maybe. What am I gonna do with 33 at 0? I'm just gonna hit rest. So in an ideal world, I get 50 to 70 here. The other ideal world after that would have been that I got a double wit here. That would have been really nice. But from here, I do think I'll get a wit rainbow on my next turn, so I will at least hit it this time, since they gonna hold me like that. Sure. I don't need to race the Japan Derby, honestly. I can skip that. Haru doesn't matter. Smart Falcon would be a good one. This would be good. This not so good. Oh man, these turns are just not optimal for me. With 37, I can do the later race. I want my mood back up. I feel like they're just giving me this turn to let me get my mood back, so that's fine. Did you think that the video got paused? I tried to, it was connecting for me, so I tried to fake y'all out too. Oh, let's see. Find mode here. I mean, okay, it does say a D rated here. I'd like for these stats to be a little bit higher, but that's gonna be alright. I mean, this is just the best hit that I got, so I gotta take it. It does give me this Spirit Explosion for Taiki. I'm totally fine with that. Because best thing that Taiki could do for me is land, you know, on a juicy hit. You know, maybe I have some rainbows, and then she lands there as well. Not ideal for me. The thing here is, I don't want to hit speed too much. If I overcap my speed too quickly, then I'm at risk of every time I'm hitting wit, in theory, if I have rainbows on my wit, then I'm going to hit 1200 speed too quick, and then I'm getting, you know, bad value from my wit hits. So I kind of want to balance this out just a little bit, so I'm going to look for a different hit. This is kind of appealing to me, because I do have Smart Falcon here and Seeking a Pearl. These came in a little bit later, so they juicy. I've got McQueen here. She's pretty juicy here. Shinko Windy is interesting for me. I just don't want to hit the speed right here. And maybe that comes back to bite me in the butt. But it is what it is. I want to start working on Smart Falcon here. Get a little bit of juice. Now, remember, we can take a look at this. Okay, people at least look like they're in the right spot. Now, if you wanted to, you could take out Haru Urara. You could put in Agnes Digital here. She is just, look at the stat difference. 4, basically 3, to 2 to basically 2. I could put her there if I wanted to, but I'm gonna have faith in my dirt characters here to carry the load. And so on the next time, we gonna reevaluate and we gonna make sure people are where they should be and where they have been trained for their stats. But at least for right now, I ain't gonna really worry about any of this. I do worry for myself being in the long. I don't really like seeing myself there, but because I know my stamina's low, but it is what it is. Okay, clean sweep. Yeah, Fukukitoru carried the long. Yeah, I was gonna say that definitely wasn't me. Oh man, but hey, at least she got second, so that's whatever. It's a team race, so we chillin'. Now I could hit this here. I don't want to hit this here. I want to get the energy up for a potential better turn next turn. And that's what we're going to go after. Rice Shower there, not really what I was ideal. I wasn't really looking for Rice Shower there. Stamina could be interesting because, once again, Seeking the Pearl. I've got Shinko Windy here, but I do really want to hit the wit here. I am lacking a bit in wit. I could hit the stamina, and that would be a valid hit because I do need a little bit more stamina. Don't really have the most stamina sparks going for me. You know what? Let's go ahead and hit stam. Just for the sake of the video, we're gonna see what happens. Typically, I would hit wit there, but we just gonna see what happens. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go wit here. We got Agnes Digital here, always a good trainer. Or always a good person to train. Gotta reevaluate. What's my power? My guts. My power is very on track right now to hit 901, which is what we want for Virgo specifically. If I hit more speed in the future, I'll also have an inspiration. I think I'm safe to hit guts here. Where's my effects? Yeah. I mean, you give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Who am I to say no to that? And remember, Sweet Tosho, she is one of the aces. That is fine. That works out very well for me. Now, what is not working well for me is that I'm not getting double rainbow hits on wit. Ideally, I'm getting double rainbow hits, but I haven't been, and it is very unfortunate. I would love to have a lot more wit by now. I would want around 4 to 450, but I mean, I can't really do anything about it, so we're gonna have to roll with the punches. This, no. This, no. I'm not doing a 38. Now, do you see how I'm going back to back to back to back on wit as many times as I can? That's how you gonna get your wit stat up. That is also how you gonna get your speed stat up. If you see I got 23 wit, 5 speed. In an ideal world, Fukukitaru doesn't troll me, and she's over here with me. But she's not over here, and that's completely fine. This is you having to manage, where can I take speed hits, where can I take wit hits? Do I have too much speed? Do I have too little wit? Can I afford it? I'm gonna be honest with you, even if I had full energy, I'm still taking wit there. Now, this is literally the exact moment that I was like hoping would happen. I have weird energy, you know, 18%. 18% for most people is not low. For me, that's scary. 18 scares me. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been on the stream before, you know that these low numbers scare me, because I am prone to failing these. In an ideal world, yeah, I'd love to hit this. Agnes Digital here is awesome. Having Kita here is awesome. Kita's stats are pretty juicy. This would be a great hit. However, remember, I don't want to overspeed too early because I still need value from my wit. This is a good hit. I have a rainbow. It trains the fine motion, and I have the explosion from Taiki that we got earlier. This is a great hit. If you wanted to go for speed, or let's just say like your speed was lower because obviously you don't have the cards that I have, right? If you do have the cards that I have, great, awesome. If you don't have these cards, you know, adjust accordingly is what I'm looking for. Adjust accordingly. If you have like 500 speed here, hit the speed, right? But for me and the stats that I have right now, I'm gonna take this because it gives me more energy. It allows me to stall my turns a little bit longer, and it gives me more wiggle room for wit while also passively hitting the speed when I hit wit, and I get that energy. So very, very good hit there. On a turn like this isn't the greatest. On a turn like this, now, I could take Tenosho Autumn. This could be a very real race turn, and that would not be bad. I could also hit stamina, because I do need a little bit more stamina. Or I could date here. This would be probably the best turn to do. However, because I'm playing Meisho Doto, and I got 37,000, I do need to hit the race. And there is a real world where on these upcoming 2 turns right here, that I just have crazy trainings to hit. And so because they're giving me such a passable turn, this is why I'm going to take the race. So this sets me up perfectly. I need 60k fans for February, and then I need 70k for February, March. Is it April? I think April. Whatever it is. Yeah, it should be April. I need 70k by April. With her career, she's gonna do the Nikkei whatever thing it is on January 1. So I don't necessarily need to hit any of these 3 races if I don't want to, and I'll be fine, fan-wise. I could go for the stat here. I do want to take the energy. That's just me. Okay. Oh, this is a beautiful hit. This is beautiful. Okay, so I could, if I wanted to, I could hit this, and there is a world where this is actually a good one, because Hishiaki Bono, she's got good stats. Look at this. 5, 4, 5, 4, well, basically 5, and then 4. Okay, this could be a good hit. This could be a good hit as well. Why is this a decent hit? To me, I have very good speed here. I've got decent stamina, and I've got solid power. These could be a little bit higher, but I'm running a mile, so I don't need that much stamina on her. Medium, I think I'll have other medium people, and I've been training her a lot. So if I'm not comfortable taking this rainbow hit, even though if we apply the value system, this is a 1, and then this is a half point. You could even say 1.5 if it's a rainbow. So I got a 2-point value on here compared to a half value. However, I still feel like my speed is pretty up there. I'm not even out of classic year, and I'm 655 speed, not out of classic year. Pretty decent. So I could hit this and put myself in a very strong position. Or I could turn around and I could click on this, get my training up, and stall my energy. What happens if, let's just say, I think this may be like a 24% chance to fail, maybe, around there. If I were to click this, and then what happens if I have a triple rainbow here, right? What happens if I have like a, double rainbow here? It's kind of tough. Another thing to note is we are sitting at B. That's not terrible. But for me, I like to stall. I want more wit. Wit is very important. I'm going to take the wit. Now, you could take speed. I wouldn't be mad at it. But this is my game. This is how I play the game. This is my thought process. I'm just sharing it with you. I don't really care. Now, okay, we have the single rainbow. That's fine. We're not really training Taiki. She got okay stats. Fine Mo could be a little bit better. Could be a little bit more here. You are juiced. So Nishino is a good hit. However, Shinko Windy is lacking behind. She will be relatively close to, she'll be 1 hit away. And I'm stalling my energy spending. I'm stalling the energy. That's perfectly fine. I'm not in a bad place to do so. Also, I am getting a little bit of wit. Yeah, it's whatever. What do we get? Guts or energy? What's my guts looking like? 361? Guts is a bit low. 361? I would like to get like 450 guts. I think there's a world that I can get there, so I'm gonna take the energy here. Taiki, This is not really optimal. This is training 2 people. Okay, this is training 2 people that I have been relatively hitting. Yes, the D is here, whatever, I don't really care about this. It's just like an overall average, I guess, whatever. But these stats are a little bit low. Fine motion stats are not low. This is a little bit enticing because it's on power, because I have a double spirit, and it does give me, as my secondary stat, stamina. This isn't bad. I am training the Find Mo here. That would be good. Taiki training here. If it gave me training on either one of these two alongside Taiki, I would take this. But it doesn't. Now, there is a world where I could go here. This would not be terrible, but I would like to have two instead. This could go two ways. I could either take Find Mo plus Kita. I could get the power. That'd put me at, what, 5, 8, 6 power. That's not bad. But I do need to hit these dates. I have plenty of time to hit 2. That gives me a little bit of wiggle room with 2 left if I hit, you know, unfortunate mood downs. And you know, this is my thought process when I'm playing the game. So I'm just vocalizing my thought process. If I were at 2 here and then I had 3 left, I would hit the date. I do want to save it for 2 because I have a feeling I'll probably get mood down twice. And I do like this hit. I do like this power hit. So I'll take the power hit. That's fine. And I get energy here. That's great. Tough turn. Very tough turn. Okay, why is this a tough turn? Fuku Kitaru, she's lagging a bit. She doesn't have anything in 500. You are lagging a bit, but you give me a Spirit Explosion. This sets me up for my next turn. My next turn is going to be a race. I'm going to get 2 chances to get extra energy. So I technically don't need Wit for the energy. I could take this Wit hit to get the Wit stat. I could use this to also bump up some stats here on Find Mo, bump up some stats here on my Sweep Tosho. And I'd also get the Reporter a little bit, so that wouldn't be bad. However, the Guts hit here... Oh, never mind. This is not... If this were Agnes Digital, if this up arrow were on Agnes Digital, I'd probably hit this. But now my choices, to me, I'm feeling either the stamina or I'm feeling the wit. Both can be good in my opinion. For these reasons. I've got energy here. I'm already training aces. Stamina looks interesting to me because I have the opportunity to get the Spirit Explosion here. That is the main thing that I want. If I can grab that, I think that's going to be a little bit more interesting. And like I said, I'll have 2 chances to turn around and get energy. So we are going to take the stamina here. And, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I do plan on taking her as pace, having a little bit more wiggle room for more stamina. I'm definitely going to take that. Now, this is where we're going to look at things. Alright, is there somebody on this team who does not belong? There are 2 people. Take a guess. Take a second. I'll give you a second. Who do you think it is? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. The 2 people that should not be here, or that could be replaced, are Taiki Shuttle and Rice Shower. So, I'm going to go through here and see, do I have somebody that can replace them? Currently, I do not. The only person that I could would be Haru Urara. She ain't running on turf. So, at the very least, I feel I have done my due diligence. I've made sure that this looks okay. One thing that I am worried about is the stamina here. 411, 467. Okay. I do like to just check my stamina on the longs because that always worries me. This did my due diligence. I'm fine here. Let's run it. All right, so opportunity for energy. If I had a lot of energy here, what would I hit? You could hit stats if you're lagging behind. If you've got great stats and you've got great energy, grab the skill points. I am behind on energy. I will take the energy. After this race for Meisho Doto, then I'll have the lottery ding, 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 hot springs ticket thingy. And so now you can see like the way that I lined up with the fans for Meisho Doto. I'm now at 70k. I don't need to do an extra race. I'm chilling. Oh, bushel of carrots, I'll take it. Yaza, yaza. Oh, we're at A, okay, cool. Ideally, we hit S rank during Senior Summer 2. Ideally. Now, I will say, we are in senior year now. So, I do want to start prioritizing my speed just a little bit more. If this were double, I would take a double wit. It is not a double wit, and I have a double speed rainbow here. I'm taking this. Gotta take this. Now I gotta start taking these hits. Bamboo Memory, I believe, is somebody who's new to the team, so her stats are going to be just a little bit higher. That's totally fine. Bamboo Memory, look at this. We got 6'5", almost basically 6. 5'5". This is a good training. So now, even if your turns are a little bit slower, maybe you're turning around and you're analyzing everybody. Hey, okay, I see all of these here. Oh man, but I see this here. Oh man. You know, let's break this down. Let's break it down. We have a rainbow here. Okay, interesting. I have 4 people to train. This is a dead train. I don't like that. So now I have 3 people to train. Okay, you're good. You are one of my dirt aces. This is good. You gotta be new. You gotta be new because you're juicing. Agnes Digital, I'd love to train, but there's just not enough here. I don't have any rainbows here. This would be a good train. This, she's teetering. She's teetering. She's like, if we need to be ace, she's like right here. You know, I need her to be up just a little bit more above that line, you know. If this power did not exist, I'd probably take stem. The reason why I'm comfortable taking power here is because we could turn around and get the extra stamina. We have the explosion, and we're training 2 good people. Well, technically 3, because it's these 3, and Rice Shower doesn't matter. So I'm going to take power here, and that's going to be it. And I got straight descent. Wow. That's actually really, 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 really good. That is actually really good. I got nothing here. Best I could take is a Biko training. And even then, that's not giving me enough energy to do much with. I could turn around and get this, but I want a higher energy return, so I'm going to do the rest. Take the top. I don't care about tactical tweak. This is potentially still having the a big chance to be a dead run. Don't forget the main thing here is I need to hit an A on mile. So if I don't hit an A here on mile, it's just dead. But you know, the thought processes, the practices, everything going into this is not dead. So do with that what you will. Nice Nature's new. Taiki is lagging behind a lot. There are no good hits. I'm just gonna... I could have raced here. I could have done the Osaka High. Don't really need to. I'd rather take the wit, even if it's a small amount of wit and a small amount of energy. I'm gonna take it. Alright, well, unfortunate. But I mean, you know, that's what happens when you have a F in mile and you're trying to get a miler made, you know. Now, I don't believe this is a no-brainer. This is only a single. This is a triple rainbow. I have this person here, and I have this person here. This is a no-brainer. We're in senior year. We need to start getting these stats, right? This is for that secret event. I'm not doing that, so it doesn't matter. Okay, all my days back to back. That's so massive. It also gives me here, but you know, a free turn is a free turn. That sets me up very strongly. I do want the energy here. This if I was on like good mood, then sure. But I'm not on good mood. This is interesting here. I am tempted because it is Fine-Mo, and it is see, Bakushin's not bad. Fine-Mo could use a little bit of juice. She has been an ace for me. I am worried about the 8%. I'm very scared of it, actually. I'm not gonna lie. And y'all think that I'm joking. I'm not. I'm very scared to hit that. And that's partially why I'm considering hitting this wit. Oh, okay. Kind of scared me there for a minute. It kind of like waited a second, you know what I'm saying? I was a little nervous. This needs to land somewhere else. I'm not hitting anything here. Even if I... Where am I at? I'm in May. I could hit this. There's a chance where I get a double wit. I don't think I've had a double wit rainbow yet. So as far as this run is concerned, while my speed looks very attractive, my wit is not. And it's very unfortunate. Yeah, my wit hits ain't there. In an ideal world, I'm getting double on the wit. Like I said, I think I've had 0 double wit hits, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Alright, due diligence. We have bees here. Okay. Is there a world where I have somebody that can fill? I got 600, you can run a sprint mile. Alright, what do we have here? You got 700, okay. I can left click and hold here. Okay. You got good speed and power. Okay, now you look like you could be replaced. So what are we replacing you with? Let's see, 6'5", 5'5", 5'5". Okay, you're not getting replaced. Let's see what else. Who else? I just like to, you know, go through. I don't think I've been training you a lot. I got 5s across the board. You're on a long. Do I have somebody that has more stam? No. I got 531 and I've got 567 speed. Oh, she can't run longs. I was about to say, yo, I might slot her in. Never mind. She can't run this distance. Okay. So, you know, at this point, obviously we're not running Haru. At this point, I've done my due diligence. Everything looks alright. We're gonna send it. My dirt team lost. Do I care? No. If another team lost, if I had 2 teams lose, do I care? No. I need to win 3. That is all that matters. Okay, cool. We move on. And you see, focusing on my aces, I didn't have to hit the 2nd level at any point. Did I get very lucky on my speed trainings? Yes. I think I've had 1, 2, 3 or 4 triple speeds. That's incredible. Now, I could hit stamina here, and that would overkill my stamina. That would be interesting. But I also do need some speed. We're not at 1200. Who is this? Bamboo Memory? What are you? Sprint Miler? What are you? Medium Long? I'm gonna be real. There are 3 potential choices here. Or you could rest, so 4. So you could rest, you could hit Stam if you wanted to hit Stam. Maybe you're behind. Stam's not a bad hit here because it has an explosion. This is not the most ideal hit, but it does level up Smart Falcon. That's not terrible. Me, I want to delay my energy going down right now. Both of these, relatively solid. I'm gonna hit this. If it didn't have the up arrows there, I would not be hitting that. I hit S during summer. Great. This is a dead turn. This is a very dead turn. I'm looking for... These are going to be 2 juicers for me. This is also giving me more skill points. I wish it would... Man, my wit is just not getting the hits, man. That's so unfortunate. They're 2 of my aces. Trading my aces is never a bad thing. That's why I did that one. That was super unfortunate. $41. This gives 49 and 4. But I have the failure reduction. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This run is already a dead run because I didn't get the A on mile. So, I'm gonna take a risk, and I'm gonna go after this. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. So now I have Seeking the Pearl, who can give me some juice. Previous turn, if I didn't take the power hit, I would have gone Wit, and then I could have hit this here. Obviously, I have nothing to do here. I'm resting. It's literally a free rest. Don't forget, I still do need to hit Rico one more time. It does feel just a smidge bit early, like a teeny tiny bit early on hitting Rico right now. So I'm gonna skip her. This would be a good turn to Rico though. Not bad by any means, but knowing how my luck is, I very much do see a world where Guts or Wit. My Wit would get to 600. Ideally, dude, I have like 800 to 900 Wit, but I've just been getting no rainbows there. My Guts is fine now, so I will take the Wit. But yeah, I've been getting no Wit hits. Yeah, they just keep on dying. No Wit hits at all. It's very unfortunate. You're more than fine. I think this is where I will just use the date. And if I have good mood throughout the rest, then so be it. But I do need to get that extra bit of stats. Like, where are my doubles, man? Where? I've got so many more turns to hit speed. In theory, I should be getting some decent speed hits. Even if they're just singles by that time, that's still fine too. But at the very least, it should turn around, help me out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, now we got some interesting choices. We got a single here. We got a single here, but it's also doing a digital here. I've got an explosion here, which could be very interesting. This would also level up Nice Nature. However, I am very high on the stamina part. I do still believe there's a world where I get better speed hits. Maybe I don't get better wit hits. Man, I really need the double wits, which is irritating. Sweep Tosha is going to cap speed here, which is fine. I guess I'll take this. I would at least like to get 1100 speed, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm still on par for getting 1200 speed, but man, My wits have just not been hitting. It's so unlucky. So very unlucky. Do, 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 do. I could hit the speed here. That'd give me 34. 34 puts me to 10.98. It's not bad. But I want to set myself up. I want to set myself up for better speed hits. I'm banking that I will get better speed hits. That's literally what I'm banking on in my last 3 turns. Maybe it hits, maybe they don't. That's the RNG game. It is what it is. Maybe you would have hit the speed there. Totally fine. I wouldn't blame you. I'm just banking. I'm banking. And I'm very well aware that, you know, probably should have hit speed there, but that's all right. I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Now, our last time of doing our due diligence. Just make sure real quick. I've got bees littered everywhere. I should be fine. Digital's here. Shinko Wendy's juicing. What are we looking like on you? You've got some interesting stats here. On sprint mile though. We're not looking at y'all. My sprint mile's got all B's. Okay. What do we got here? I've got Taiki. Where's Taiki at? Oh, she's over here. 7 and 4. I'd be losing 100 speed and I'd be gaining a lot of power though. I don't think I need that much stamina. She may be better. Just a little bit more. I feel like she's a bit more safe. I'll take her. Did I need to swap her? No. But I just want to do my due diligence, check what I can check, and then just send the best things that I got. 4 double circles, a single circle on sprint. That was what it was. And my long lost. My long losing, is that fine? Does it make sense? Yes, makes complete sense. I was barely training McQueen. I was barely training Fukukita, dude. They didn't have any stamina. Nice Nature, canonical, Nice Nature, you know, they did not have a lot of stamina. I'm totally fine with that. Literally everybody else just won. Did I need to train super hard on some of these people on my sprint or maybe on the mile? No, I didn't have to. Did I need to do the dirts as much? No, I didn't have to. But did I? Yeah. Could I have looked to maybe take other turns? Possibly. However, I won with little to no effort, while also turning around and getting some decent stats. Okay, well, this is just unfortunate. Next turn I hit Wit. Now from here it doesn't matter because it's just the URA finale, so the team stuff doesn't matter. At this point on, the explosions don't matter. There is a world where maybe I get a double Wit here, and then I can hit that, and then I can hit, you know, something else next. I don't know. Alright, so I am going to hit Wit here to give me a little bit of energy, and then I'm going to pray that I get a better hit next turn. Now, let's say that I was training a miler who had a mile, and that wasn't Doto. You know? You ask me, or excuse me, sorry. You ask yourself, what do you think of these stats? I don't think these are terrible. Oh, I definitely cap speed if I hit that. That's super unfortunate. To me, I don't think these stats are bad. Now, what was... this was an anomaly of a run for me because I had 3 or 4 triple speed hits. I don't get those. Typically, my wit stat is way higher, and then my wit is juicing. It didn't happen this time around. That's okay. Remember, this run is dead for me anyway because I didn't hit a mile. It sucks, but it is what it is. But this is the run. I hope that through this video, as long as it is, I hope that y'all were able to just see my thought process, hear my thought process vocalized. I hope that this helps y'all in some way, shape, or form when it comes to, should I be hitting the spirit trainings or should I be hitting speed? Should I be hitting a different stat? This, that, and a third. All of those different things. Do your due diligence. Make sure you check out what are your stat growths. You know, what kind of cards should I be running? You know, if I had a 20 and 10, you know, like I said on Taiki, I'd go 2 speed, 3 wit, and then I'd be juicing. And so at the end of the day, you gotta work with what you got. What character are you running? What sparks do you have? What cards do you have? And then you run from there. But those things are all like different for everybody. The thought process, the taking a look and understanding each turn and getting the best bang for your buck every single turn is how you gonna cook in Unity Cup, Alhadu, Scenario 2, whatever you want to call it. This is, I think, my longest Umamusume video ever, so if you watched until the very end, I very much appreciate it. If you like this type of content, let me know down in the comment sections below, and maybe I'll do more of these types of videos, where I just vocalize my thought process. This is me cutting this part back in, just randomly, sorry. This is the final stat line. I noticed that I didn't click this. This was the final stat line. The skills that I bought don't matter because I didn't hit B mile. Okay. Bye. Okay, this is the third cut in. Here's the sparks in case anybody was wondering. They weren't that great. And then that was the rank of the character. Okay, bye for real. If you like the Umamusume content or maybe other games that I'm interested in, Chaos Zero Nightmare, da-da-dee-da-da-da, hit that like and subscribe button to get more content from me. Here is a massive shout out to my current channel members. Thank y'all so much for the continued support. It means the world to me. And if you would like to become a channel member, you can do so by clicking the join button down below. And last but not least, be sure to share this video with your friends, with your family, and with your friends' family, so that way you can at least hear my thought process and maybe get a little bit of help for training on the Unity Cup, the mile in specific. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.